Get away from my friend. Welcome to the Golden Difference. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Danny.
Good to see you guys. I'm glad you made it in.
We are back.
So today's shout out is to Badgeworks Plus for our nifty little clipboards.
Nice. These things are beautiful.
Locally owned Badgeworks Plus on Lee Trevino. Thank you, Emma. So last week I told you guys we were planning our time management class today, or last week, but we're doing it today. We had a really good goal set.
Yeah, so our 2019, our 2000, yeah, it's for our 2020th, but rounding out our 2019 year and goal setting for next year was, I mean, it was absolutely amazing today. I loved it.
Yes. I'm a little tired, but yes, it was great, and I love you guys. So we all have 24 hours in a day, right?
Last time I checked.
Are your 24 hours longer than my 24 hours?
I wish they would be.
So what we want to do today is kind of figure out what you guys are doing during your 24 hours. I'm going to give you some recommendations. Danny's going to give you some recommendations. And then today when we sat down, we're like, okay, so my recommendations would be for self-employed because we're real estate agents.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, so we kind of were sitting there going like, well, you know, we always gear everything towards self-employment because we both are, and, you know, it makes kind of the most sense, but, you know, we're kind of like, well, there's a lot of our friends that actually are out there doing the 9 to 5 grind or the 8 to 6 or the people that are working even earlier than that. I'm sorry, we forgive you.
So we're going to kind of tag team back and forth. I'll do a little bit of the self-employed and Danny will do more of the full-time. But I'd like to start out with the recommendations. So I think you really need to listen to this recommendation because studies say that we need to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours.
I'm absolutely horrible at that. Last night, I slept for about 3 hours last night, so you know, it's just not something I'm good at. I'm a nighttime person, and you know, I have real difficulty with it. And I even worked out twice yesterday, so you'd think that I would be super tired, but I was not.
Exercise is supposed to help you sleep. So real quick, I don't know if you guys can see it from far away, but maybe you ought to get a sheet of paper out and put like your 12 a.m. to the 12 p.m. of the next day, so that way we can write down what hours we're doing what, and kind of take it, I guess, a step backwards. We work it backwards.
Yeah, I think so.
So, okay, so we already know that we need 6 to 8 hours sleep, so that leaves us with 19 hours to 18 to 16 hours.
16 hours.
To 16 hours. So another recommendation is 30 minutes a day doing exercise. What do you think?
So, you know, I think that's a great number if you're trying to maintain and you're trying to, you know, basically like you're at a level of health that you feel like, okay, no, I'm happy with how I look. I'm happy with how I feel. 30 minutes, you know, I think is probably great. Someone like myself that is battling some major overweight issues, yesterday I put in 3 hours. So, you know, that's a much larger part of my day, but it's because I have a big goal in mind.
So my thought is, if you haven't even started your exercise regimen, start out with baby steps.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, let's do the 15 to 30 minutes a day. We can all do that. We need to do that.
I think a lot of times it's just getting moving, you know what I mean? Like getting yourself like just out, you know, once you start moving around, you're getting a little bit healthier, you just start to feel better, and then it's not as big a deal, you know, okay, I can do an hour, okay, now I could do an hour and a half, you know, and you just kind of keep going, you know, as you get stronger and better.
Yeah, we're starting to do something that's kind of fun. We live far east, so we got back from our trip and we did a lot of walking. Everywhere we went, we'd go to eat, we'd walk back home. So since we have little stores, mom and pop shops coming up, down on the east side, we said, well, why don't we walk there, have our donut and coffee, and walk back home? So if it's doing that or walking to the grocery store to get, your eggs or bacon. Or,
I mean, a big study shows that, you'll eat better and you'll eat healthier if you go to the store more often. So, fresh food is that. It's fresh, it's perishable, it can go away. The stuff down the center aisles and everything, that's where all your preservatives are. That's where all, kind of the bad things that you really shouldn't be eating, the Hostess Twinkies, the breads, the sugary cereals. Hey, guess what? They're all in those middle aisles.
Yeah.
And
you're wondering, well, how does that fall into time management? Well, we're just trying to give you ideas to exercise, to walk, to use that 30 minutes of your 24 hours, and just kind of ideas that have worked for me, for you.
And also just to show that there is other ways than just going to a gym. My little sister is huge into Beachbody. That's all home workout stuff. That's sitting there, doing your workouts at the house. We have friends that love hiking, go do your hiking. I mean, there's so many options to make it a part of your life.
Okay, so 30 minutes, guys. Tag in, text, and say, you know what, I'm going to do my 30 minutes a day workout, and I'll be the first to say congratulations and cheer you on. So now I think also this is something that I'm really going to have to tie myself down on is social media. Like, okay, guys, don't tell anybody out there, but I literally could be at a stoplight and I'm looking at Facebook, or I'm watching TV and a commercial comes up and I'm on Facebook.
Or she likes to be chauffeured around so that she could be on Facebook.
That's not true.
That's 100% true.
That's not true. Okay, but I'm guilty. So what I plan to do with my time management is that I will look at Facebook, but I'll do a few minutes in the morning, I'll do a few minutes at lunch, and I'll do a few minutes in the evening. So forgive me if you don't have that as soon as you post something, I promise you.
She'll get to you.
I'll get to you. But I have to do that for my well-being, for the sake of my eyes.
Well, and also too, like every time, it's kind of that little dopamine hit that you get every time that you like something, see something, do something. But also at the same time, like it's that distraction, that easy, the phone buzzes. Oh my gosh, what is it? Who is it? What is going on? Yeah. Instead of, being able to focus and really kind of bang out the work that you have at hand, So a little prolonged, wait, but it'll be worth it in the long run. You'll be able to enjoy your Facebook time because you're already done with your work.
Am I the only one out there that does that? Am I the only one? Please answer me. Tell me that I'm not the only one that's on Facebook. I feel like 24/7.
I think there's probably a few.
Okay,
few of our friends.
Yeah, a few people are saying they are, but so anyway, okay, so I'm gonna limit myself to an hour a day, maybe 2 hours. Yeah. Because I think it is important that we do other stuff.
No,
besides,
I'm with you. Like reading, that's something I picked up a few months ago. You read all through school, you read growing up, you read in college. In our job, it requires us to do a lot of reading. But I honestly don't read that much anymore outside of just work stuff. And so about 3 months ago, I started where I'm reading a chapter a day, which, honestly, is that a lot? No, not really, but it's something that I can hold myself accountable to. It's something that I can do. Takes a little bit of time, but I feel better. I feel like, my reading speed's starting to come back, but God, I am super slow at reading now.
Okay, so baby steps. If a chapter feels like it's too much for you, start with a page or two. Yeah. Get the Bible and read a verse. Yeah. So baby steps, guys. And we're here to help you. Again, chime in and say, today I read a chapter, yeah. I read a page. So I think we need to fill our day productively and we really need to narrow down. I'm going to tell you what helps me. I, at night, write down my list of what I need to do for the next day. So when I get home and it's time to go to bed, Danny's like, your list. Because he knows I go crazy the next day. If I don't have that list, what I could do in 2 hours will take me the whole day, and then I don't even have it finished. So at night, I write down what I've got to do step by step. I've got to do this, 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 this. And I write it down, and then I'm done in 2 hours the next day.
It's such a key. You know, at the end of every day, taking that little bit of time, and it's literally takes her 10 minutes to write it down, 15 minutes maybe sometimes. You know, I keep like a running list all the time because, you know, and I even tell her, if there's something you need me to do, put it on my list, give me a list, you know, because I'm tactically better at, you know, going through a list and, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, and just going through each portion, where, you know, I'm not as good as, you know, if I don't have that list, if I don't have that little bit of structure, I also will get willy-nilly and just kind of do, you know, whatever.
So today I'm asking you guys, you saw my little sheet of paper, write your timeline, account for your hours. And when you account for your hours, then you'll know, okay, I need to tweak it this way, or I need a little more time to do this. You're full-time people, well, you know you have the 8 to 5.
Yeah.
So you still have hours where I'm going to spend with the kids, or I'm going to cook.
So typically, like, you know, like a kind of a good thing about El Paso is, you know, say you have like the worst commute in El Paso is between somewhere probably 30 to 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, something like that. You know, it's really not that bad. You know, compared, you look at other cities, LA, Austin, Texas, like all these cities that just have these horrible commute times. So you have 8 hours that you're working. You have, let's say, worst case scenario, you have an hour of commute time, 30 minutes each way. And then, you know, you have your 8 hours of sleep. Well,
I got to talk about
yeah.
commute time.
Yep.
I got to talk about commute time. Okay, so I just learned while I was reading and preparing this stuff, we have to be positive of what's going on. If we get hit with some bad news, you know, we've got to turn it positive. Or say, and I'm going to tell you about commute. So you're driving down and you're anxious to get home, and something up ahead is putting a halt to everything. The first thing we do is, oh my gosh, I want to get home. And, you know, we start griping, or we start just feeling anxious. Well, we should look at the positive, that we're stuck in traffic, that we get to finish that song that's playing, or we're listening
audio
to a
books.
podcast,
Yeah.
and we get to listen and finish the podcast. So we need to turn that negative sitting in the car waiting to a positive by listening to an educational podcast. You like your audiobooks, but we need to turn our negatives into positives, right? Well, now what Danny and I have is 10 things that we feel would improve or make your life better.
Like, these are some everyday items that, you know, you can incorporate. You know, we were talking a little bit about today is that, you know, everyone waits till January 1st because it's your New Year's resolution. It's this, it's that, and everything. These are some items that start today.
Yes.
You know, it takes 28 days to form a habit. Well, guess how many days you have till the end of the year? 28 days. Start today. You know what I mean? Today works out perfect. If you start today, by January 1st, you'll have habits cemented in, and you're ready to kick off the new year with a bang.
So I'm going to start out with number 1. We're almost done. Hang in there, because I know it's late and you want to go home and have dinner or wait in that traffic.
Hey,
you better not be watching.
Think about the good thing, though. You're
watching
actually
us.
getting to be on Facebook right now, so.
Okay, so Danny gets number 1.
Yeah, so get out into nature, you know, taking walks, doing hikes, going to the park. You know, El Paso has some really amazing parks out there. You know, there's some great hiking with the Franklin Mountains. You know, riding your bike. I absolutely love riding, you know, cycling, riding my mountain bike. I just love it, you know. So getting out in nature, you know, there is nothing that feels better than that. It's a great way to just kind of revitalize your mind, kind of revitalize your soul, and you just absolutely feel fantastic.
I got number 2, and exercise makes you smarter. happier. It makes you smarter, happier, and improves sleep. The next one, I guess I'll let you say it.
Yeah.
This is
Libido. Hello.
only our friend Diana Martel would know that, and it makes you feel better about your body. We have a Harvard study tracked a group of 70 men, and they identified that exercise is the secret to a good life. So I
That's
believe
true.
exercise is okay. 3.
So spending time with family and friends, you're the sum of the people you spend the majority of your time with. So the better the people that you are that you spend your time with, like I have some really amazing friends that, motivate me, that push me, that make me want to be a better person, that make me want to go out and, love people more, That's one of the things that has been such a key for me is to actually figure out like what is it that I need and find those people that are better at it than I could ever be so that I have something to strive for and I could shoot for. And being around those type of people that's really who you're projecting yourself to be.
That's who I want to be with.
Yeah.
And some of you guys are watching and you know who you are. Okay, I get number 4. I expressing gratitude. It will make you happier, it will improve your relationship, and it can make you a better person. I totally believe in gratitude. I actually have this wonderful idea that I would love for you guys to do. And I learned from a good friend, Pamela Krim. You get a sticky pad, and wherever you're at, you walk into the bathroom and you write a beautiful note saying, have a great day, you look beautiful. Any words of encouragement, slap it on the mirror and walk out. I just, Danny does that for me. And, there's times where you feel down and I walk into the bathroom and it's there and I know why he's with me. So just do little kind things to show your gratitude.
100%. So meditation is just super key in my life. I meditate twice a day. I have a couple of different apps that I use. I use one that's called Calm. I use another one that's called Headspace. Absolutely love these apps. It is guided meditation. When I first started getting into meditation a little bit, I really didn't understand how to really keep my mind focused. I didn't really understand the entire process. Guided meditation, these apps are beautiful. They walk you through if you're feeling down, if you're feeling anxious, if you want to be more productive, if you want to just be better. These apps have guided meditation series that start as low as a minute and go, the longest one I've done is 20 minutes, and that's where I'm at now. I started at a minute because I literally couldn't stay focused for longer than a minute when I first got started.
And if I had time, I would tell you to try this out because I would want all of you guys to close your eyes right now and just wait till you see the whites of your eyelids, and then just talk to yourself, talk to God, talk to who your being is. Meditation is awesome. Yeah. So I get enough sleep. Guys, sleep is key. Sleep, you need sleep. That saying is, let me sleep on it. The next day, then you're bright and you have that answer. So there's nothing wrong with taking naps either. They say it's really healthy for you.
There's a study that shows that 22 minutes is the precise amount of time that your body needs where it gets the largest benefit of a nap. So it's long enough where your body gets the rest it needs, where your mind can shut down long enough that it comes back refreshed, it comes back, powerful. And so 22 minutes is the perfect nap time. I set my alarm clock for 28 minutes because it takes me about 6 minutes to fall asleep. I have some meditation stuff going on, different background things that I'm listening to, and I wake up and I'm ready to roll.
You need to sleep those 6 to 8 hours, no belly fat. I'm going to put my friend to sleep.
Yeah. I mean,
he needs to sleep.
Yeah.
If you guys are out there, tell him how important he needs to sleep. He literally sleeps 2 to 3 hours.
No rest for the wicked.
You're gonna rest.
It's it's one of those things. I really do attribute my belly fat is a big portion of it is only sleeping a couple hours a day. I know that raises your cortisol levels, and
We're gonna
all
work
that goes
on
to
it.
the
And
stomach.
you guys out there, make him accountable for it.
So whenever I'm
please.
skinny and hot, you're welcome.
Well, you're hot. Okay.
So challenging yourself to learning another language is something that I've been messing around with. So I speak a little bit of Spanish, I speak a little bit of Italian, I speak a little bit of this and that, I just am always kind of, I know all the bad words of every language ever. So I'm trying to learn other words so that I could really emphasize the bad words better. And so I'm working with Rosetta Stone is a big one that I use. I get little phrases from Babbel every day. And the other thing I do also is I bought a electric guitar last year. And so I've been teaching myself how to play the electric guitar.
Awesome. Paul, if you're out there, your kids, your girls, my girls are going to learn Spanish.
Hola.
Okay, so number 8, laugh. Oh my God, guys. You need to laugh and laugh often. Why? Why does laughter help us?
Well, it reduces heart attack. It reduces your chances of stroke. When they say laughter is the best medicine, it truly is. I mean, that it's also helps that breakaway. Sometimes people feel lonely. Sometimes they feel depressed. Laughing, sometimes even if it's by yourself. I am the funniest person to myself in the car. You know what I mean? Like I
He's funny,
literally
period.
Make myself laugh all day
It
long.
makes me laugh all day long.
I tell myself jokes I haven't heard before. I mean, it's that kind of insanity that I just, I don't know. I make
Today's
myself laughing.
meeting,
Yeah.
these jokes that we heard
So-
today. Okay, next.
Okay, so this is something that I really, I've always been this way since I was a little kid. I'm a touchy-feely person. I'm always, like when I'm talking to people, I put my hand on your shoulder, I put it on your elbow sometimes. I'm a huge hugger. I say most of the time it's hugging people because, it's a term of endearment. Sometimes it's, how big a hole you need to dig for them. Yeah, I heard that joke the other day, made me laugh. So, it's just one of those things that, like that connection, whenever you touch somebody, the connection that you have with that, and I do it with guys, with girls, it's just how I express myself. I'm very touchy-feely. I'm handsy. I'm handsy.
Okay, I've got the last one. So we have to be optimistic. Again, it's all about that positive mindset. Surround yourself with people that are so full of optimism. Get rid of the negative Nellies in your life, right? Get rid of those negative Nellies in your life.
Killing it.
Yeah. We're laughing because there was so much said at our goal setting meeting today, and it was awesome. I wish I could have invited you guys all into that. But again, we're here to help you. We're here to help ourselves. And again, I'm trying to get rid of that fear of speaking, and I think I'm doing okay. But
You're doing awesome, actually.
so again, reach out to us if there's something that you want to pitch to us or tell us, I think I should do this with my time management. Let us know. I can't reveal what our next topic is, but you guys are going to want to sit in. You guys are really going to want to sit in on it. And
also, too, guys, if you guys DM us, if there's something that you're like, I'm really struggling with this is something that's coming up. It's just really, we're getting into the thick of the holiday season. It's getting close to Christmas time. Sometimes this is an extremely stressful time for people. And so we're here for you. We're here to help. Sometimes if you just need some nonsense and you just need to laugh or something like that, holler at me. Otherwise, if you have, more serious issues, you have my friend here.
well, guys, have a great evening, and we'll see you next week.
Probably still bourbon.
Water.
Love you guys.
Sleep.
Bye.
Bye.